The Rafale dogfight continues. It's an issue that refuses to die down, and this time between Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi and the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. A day after France's National Financial Prosecutor's Office ordered a judicial probe over alleged corruption charges in the Rafale deal, Rahul Gandhi has mocked Prime Minister Narendra Modi today through one of the posts on social media sites, Instagram. Rahul Gandhi put out an image mocking the Prime Minister and his beard with the caption "Chor ki daadi," which means thief's beard. This is not the first time that Rahul Gandhi has attacked the Prime Minister. Remember, in the past as well, there have been references to Chaukidar Chor Hai targeting Prime Minister Modi ahead of 2019 elections, and references to the surname as well that had got him a defamation notice and then had to appear in court. Furious BJP is slamming Rahul Gandhi. BJP's IT cell head Amit Malviya said that Rahul Gandhi, after heaping choicest abuses in run-up to 2019, has now stooped to a new level. He's further said that people across India have rejected him in 2019, but he's most welcome to fight 2024 elections on this same Rafale issue.
जो तथ्यात्मक प्रश्न है उनका जवाब कब देंगे? अरे साहब, दाढ़ी की फोटो डाल दी, रफेल की फोटो डाल दी, प्रधानमंत्री जी की फोटो टेढ़ी हो गई, सीधी हो गई, इसमें देश को क्या रुचि है? देश को रुचि है कि 570 करोड़ की चीज 1670 में क्यों खरीदी गई? 126 विमान आने थे, सिर्फ 36 क्यों खरीदे गए? भ्रष्टाचार नहीं होना चाहिए, दलाल नहीं होने चाहिए, ये क्लॉजेस क्यों हटा दिए? देश के सवाल स्पष्ट हैं और आपकी चुप्पी भी बड़ी स्पष्ट है। इस तरह के जो बातें करते हैं कि दाढ़ी की फोटो क्यों डाल दी, यह और स्पष्ट बता देता है कि वाकई तिनका है, एक नहीं अनेक तिनके हैं।
Now remember, earlier the Congress party as well demanded a joint parliamentary committee investigation into the deal after a judicial probe was ordered in France. Here's a report now on how the opposition parties is targeting the government over the Rafale deal.
Rafale, India's most formidable fighter aircraft. Caught in the vicious political battle from the day Modi government inked the deal for the acquisition of 36 jets. And a fresh political dogfight has now exploded again. The Congress party has now yet again raked up the 59,000 crore Rafale deal, reiterating its claim of a scam in the purchase of 36 jets. The Congress fresh salvo came after France's National Financial Prosecutor's Office ordered judicial probe into the charges of corruption and favoritism in the Dassault-built fighter jets. Claiming vindication, the Congress party has demanded a joint parliamentary committee probe into the jet purchase.
The facts now clearly tell and call for a thorough JPC probe into Rafale scam. Will the Prime Minister, like the French now, answer to the nation?
Congress even accused both French and Modi government of deleting anti-corruption clause in the intergovernment agreement.
It is important to remember that the defense procurement procedure in India contains a mandatory clause, anti-corruption clause, which means no gifts, no commission, no middlemen, no bribery. The French government and the Dassault, they wanted the anti-corruption clauses deleted. Surprisingly, in September 2016, Government of India and the Prime Minister agreed to delete the anti-corruption clauses.
The ruling BJP has hit back at the Congress, claiming that they are spreading lies again.
किस प्रकार से झूठ फैलाना है, किस प्रकार से भ्रम फैलाना है, इसका पर्यायवाची शब्द आज कांग्रेस बन चुका है। सोवरेन कंट्री में अगर कोई भी एनजीओ किसी चार्ज को लेकर कंप्लेंट करती है, आगे बढ़ती है, और वहां की जो इन्वेस्टिगेटिव फाइनेंशियल प्रोसिक्यूशन की बॉडी है, उन्होंने एक मैजिस्ट्रेट अपॉइंट किया है, तो इसको एक करप्शन के रूप में देखने की आवश्यकता है, ये हमें नहीं लगता है।
With the Congress keeping its foot on the Rafale pedal, despite 2019 poll rout and Supreme Court's clean chit to Narendra Modi government, the upcoming monsoon session of Parliament is said to be stormy as the party has vowed to raise the issue in the House. Bureau Report, India Today.
Did Rajasthan government buy oxygen concentrators during the pandemic on an inflated price? After the Bharatiya Janata Party claimed a scam in the purchase of the oxygen concentrators, Rajasthan government has rubbished all charges, claiming that in fact complete transparency was maintained throughout the purchase. In a statement issued by Rajasthan Health Department, global quotations were sought for medical oxygen and rates for 5 LPM and 10 LPM oxygen concentrators were negotiated and no less money was paid. Bharatiya Janata Party, meanwhile, is up in arms, targeting the Congress-ruled state government, accusing Gehlot government of buying concentrators at a higher price. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that the pandemic profiteering is in vogue in Congress-ruled states. He's advised Rahul Gandhi to instead focus on these dark and murky dealings. State BJP Chief Satish Punia also hits at Gehlot.
ये जो कंसंट्रेटर मिला वो भी हमारे को 26-27 तारीख पर मिला, जब तक कि ऑक्सीजन का जो कोरोना का जो पीक था वो उतार पे था, केसेस कम होने लग गए थे, बेड खाली होने लग गए थे। तो ऐसी स्थिति में ये सिर्फ कमीशन खोरी, कांग्रेस का कमीशन खोरी से ही जुड़ा हुआ मामला है।
ये ऑक्सीजन कंसंट्रेटर जो है वो मेडिकली काम में नहीं आने वाले हैं। मेरे द्वारा कंपनी प्रतिनिधियों के साथ, एमएलए साहब के प्रतिनिधियों के साथ इसी कक्ष में चर्चा भी की गई और उसके बाद कंपनी प्रतिनिधि से बिंदुवार जवाब भी ले लिया है।
And in Maharashtra's alleged extortion racket, the Enforcement Directorate has now summoned the son of former State Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. Deshmukh's son, by the name of Rishikesh, has been asked to appear before the agency on Tuesday in connection with a money laundering case. His alleged role in the money laundering came to the fore during the investigation involving his father by the ED. Meanwhile, remember, Deshmukh possibly, as we are receiving information, can move the Supreme Court seeking protection from coercive action that he's expecting by the Enforcement Directorate. Deshmukh has skipped already 2 ED summons so far since he's been asked to appear again before the agency now on Monday. His 2 aides were arrested by the ED last week. Deshmukh is a senior NCP leader in Maharashtra, is a former Home Minister as well. Now he's facing also a CBI probe into the allegations of an extortion racket raised against him by also a senior face, a former Mumbai Police Commissioner, Parambir Singh. Pushkar Singh Dhami is the name of the new Uttarakhand Chief Minister. He's all set to take oath at about 5 p.m. at the Raj Bhavan today. Dhami will become the 11th Chief Minister of the state, which is only 20 years old as a state since it started, and 3rd Chief Minister in the last 4 months. Dhami has been on the courtesy meeting run since morning today. First, he met Tirath Singh Rawat, then BC Khanduri. Meanwhile, after reports of some MLAs possibly miffed over Dhami's elevation, Dhami met Satpal Maharaj to quell his anger as he, along with Harak Singh Rawat and Yashpal Arya, stormed out of the Legislative Party meeting yesterday when the names were being deliberated upon. Speaking to India Today, however, some MLAs have on record denied displeasure over the party deciding for Dhami as the new Chief Minister. And Dhami's appointment comes just months before Uttarakhand goes to elections. The change of guard has taken place after former Chief Minister Tirath Singh Rawat resigned on Friday late night to avert a possible constitutional crisis because he was not an elected MLA, had to go for by-polls that may or may not happen in the recent future.
पुष्कर सिंह धामी एक युवा तेज तर्रार शिक्षित नौजवान है। पार्टी ने उनको बागडोर सौंपी है तो निश्चित रूप से कोई अच्छा परिवर्तन दिखाई देगा। चुनाव जिस तरीके से लड़ना है वो चिंतन बैठक में तय किया गया है और वो लाइन पर ही हम चलेंगे। केवल चेहरा बदला है मुख्यमंत्री का, बाकी सोच वही है जो भाजपा की है।
दूसरे विधायकों के बारे में मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता हूं, लेकिन जहां तक मेरी जानकारी है शायद ही कोई विधायक इस बात को लेकर के नाराज हो। हमारी एक अनुशासित पार्टी है और सब लोग एक अनुशासन के अंदर काम करते हैं। मुझे नहीं लगता है कि किसी को किसी तरह की कोई दिक्कत पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी से हो।
देखिए, नाराजगी तो कोई बात ही नहीं होनी चाहिए। पार्टी संगठन सर्वोपरि है। संगठन सरकार को बनाता है, न कि सरकार संगठन बनाता है। इसलिए किसी भी विधायक को नाराज होने की आवश्यकता भी नहीं है, नाराज होना भी नहीं चाहिए। अपने प्रति अपनी जिम्मेदारी का निर्वहन करें, अपने कार्यक्षेत्र में काम करें।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने उत्तराखंड के अंदर राजनीतिक अस्थिरता फैलाने का काम किया और मैं समझता हूं कि आज वो तमाम साथी आहत हैं इस बात से लेकर के कि जिस तरीके से भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने उनके नेतृत्व को आहत करने का काम किया है, तो इसीलिए नए मुख्यमंत्री के बनने पर जो है भाजपा में जो है वो गुटबंदी उभर करके सामने आ रही है।
Our top story, of course, remains from Madhya Pradesh. There is now strict action taken in the Nemawar case. 5 people of one family were brutally murdered. District administration has now arrested one main accused by the name of Surendra Chauhan. His house and shops have been demolished. The house of another accused, Vivek Tiwari, also has been demolished. Now, according to reports there from the state, Surendra Chauhan was in relationship with one of the victim, Rupali, for the past 2 years while he was engaged to another woman. The provocation to murder her and her family members was seemingly a social media post on Instagram where this girl, Rupali, appears to have posted a photograph and the phone number of Surendra's fiancée. That enraged him. He planned the murder, called the girl and her family onto the field and killed and buried them, allegedly. The accused also tried to mislead the police because how he did that was he continued to post messages on social media sites through the ID of the deceased, claiming that she has got married according to her wishes and her 2 siblings, cousins and her mother are with her and are safe. The accused tried to also message Rupali's relatives about her safety, trying to mislead the investigators.
जो इसके चिन्हित अपराधी हैं उनका जो भी संपत्तियां हैं कल उसमें उनको चिन्हित किया था। ये भी देखा गया कि निर्माण अवैध भी है और लगभग 4,500 स्क्वायर फीट में निर्मित है। पूरी पुलिस प्रशासन और नगर पालिका की टीम मिलकर के हम इसको ध्वस्त करेंगे। बड़ा स्पष्ट इससे मैसेज भी आता है कि अगर कोई इस तरह का अपराध करने का प्रयास करता है तो सरकार उसके खिलाफ सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई करेगी।
सुरेंद्र राजपूत ने पूरे षड्यंत्र बनाकर इन 5 लोगों की अपने खेत में ले जाकर हत्या की और हत्या करके उनको अपने खेत में ही 12 फीट से गाड़ दिया और पुलिस ने इस दौरान अपने सारे एविडेंसेस क्रैक किए हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एविडेंसेस क्रैक किए हैं, पूछताछ की है और अब 7 लोगों को पुलिस ने